Hey guys, welcome. So glad to have you guys here. This is a great topic that we are talking about how to be proud of yourself. And why this is so important is because we live in a world of demand and push, and there's so much going on around us that takes from us. We've got bills to pay, we have lives we're trying to live, we have things going on in our world. There's a lot going on in the world. It just doesn't seem to be letting up. And so when you feel this sort of demand on your life, it can really pull from you. And so in situations like where we feel like we're always being stretched, we're always being pulled, sometimes we just have to come back to ourselves and remind ourselves how proud we are of ourselves. I'm just curious, and you can tell me in the chat, how many of you feel like you are just being stretched right now? It's like you're just kind of being pulled, like there are lots of demands going on, or you just feel the pressure, the weightiness of life. I'm curious, are you feeling that? Now, if you are new here, my name is Arica Angelo, and I've been a dating and relationship expert for 14 years now. And so I'm very glad to have you here. Make sure that you subscribe. And also, if you're new here and you've not been a part of my work, or you have been here for a while, but you haven't taken advantage of this, I created a new free, it's on my website. I just posted my website there. It's Arica Angelo. Erica's with an A. There's no E. aricaangelo.com. I created a free meditation to help you guys, especially when you're feeling pulled away from love. Chances are, if you're watching my videos, the love department is not going so well, or you're here because you want it to get better. And so I made this connection meditation with you in mind. And I also made a movie with it so you can watch it. And what it does is it really prepares your subconscious, your body, your mind, your heart to be able to receive and let love in. And when you're getting stretched, sometimes it's very difficult to let love in. So, with that being said, make sure that you get this connection meditation. I'm encouraging everyone who gets it that you listen to it when you first wake up and right before you go to bed, because that's when your mind, your subconscious is more in a receptive state to be able to receive. So make sure that you, for the next 30 days, listen to it in the morning and also listen to it in the evening. Okay? That will really support you. So let's see who's in my chat. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thomas says, good morning or afternoon. Arica, good morning for you. It's good early evening for me. It's already 5. Hi, Orville. I'm so glad to have you here. Carlos, glad to have you here. Aaron, hello, my darling. Carlos, nice. Maria, let's see. Hi, Maria. So grateful to have you here. And let's see who else we have here. Jeff is here. Thank you, Jeff. Ronak. Hola, Arica, from your home state. Ronak, what are you doing there? Let me know. Hi, Barry. I'm so glad you're here. Oh, Penguin says, yes, good. Good morning. Life has its challenges. Boy, doesn't it. Joe has a question. Okay, I will answer that at the end of this. So let me just see. When you asked to call a woman, she's saying, what do you want to talk to me about? Does she mean that she doesn't really want to talk to you? That's a good question, and we'll get to that. Thomas says, okay, so my question at the beginning was, are you feeling a bit stretched right now? Because you know what? I sure am. You said, yep, you feel like you're going to snap sometimes. Yep, there's been a lot of things going on, pushing on us. Yes. Sometimes in those moments, we just have to just breathe, come back to ourselves. And this video is really going to support you in that. It's going to support me too. Oh, someone just gave me a chat thing. Sean, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. You just gave me a super chat. I appreciate your gift. Thank you. That means the world to me. Sean is such an amazing supporter. I'm very lucky to have people like Sean who are in my community. Orville says he's always stretched. Supreme Heretic says, I'm losing faith, Arica. Since losing my mom and her dying with no will of life policy, I've been drowning trying to handle everything in the aftermath. Oh, Supreme, I am just so grateful that you decided to tune in. And I really hope that this video really gives you some sense of hope, because it sounds like you're drowning a bit. And that's why we're here, is to release hope. Carlos says he's way too stretched, but yet somehow my mind is ferociously going over it all. That's good. Noe, thanks for being here. And Supreme says he feels like he's so stretched that he feels like he's failed. Well, the fact that you're still here is an indication that you have not failed. Joe, I will answer your question at the end of the video. So if you have to go, that's okay. You can just come back and watch the video when it's done airing. Carlos says, but it's really happening. My mind seems to be feeding on stress. Okay. So it sounds like a lot of you guys are really in the thick of things. And so one, I just want to say that it means a lot to me that you would choose to come here to find some hope, to find some inspiration. So maybe before, oh, Penguin, thank you so much. He just gave me a super chat. Wow. Thank you for that. You guys, that means the world to me. Thank you for doing that. Thank you so much. It means so much to my heart. Thank you. So with that being said, with everyone being stretched, before I even go into like why it's so important to be proud of yourself and how to be proud of yourself, maybe we just all start with a little bit of breathing together, right? To just kind of get us out of our head and into our body. I know I could sure use it. Carlos is in the thick. Yes. Okay. So with that being said, everyone, I just want you to take in a deep breath in for 5 seconds and out. In for 5 and out. Ooh. And in for 5 and out. One more time. In. Okay. So guys, with that, keep your eyes closed. I just want to speak to your heart. And just with your eyes closed, I want you to hear me speaking to your heart. I'm just going to close my eyes with you so that we all feel like we're in this together, so that we all feel a little bit less alone. Sweetheart, I see your tenacity, and I see what you're doing, and I see you taking one step after the next, moving each step forward. And I want to say that each step that you take, it matters and it counts. And I see your diligence and I see your strength, even though sometimes it feels like it's failing you. I want to remind you that you are much more stronger than you realize. But in this moment, I'm not asking for your strength. I am asking you to just pause and be with yourself and just to create this safe place so that we know that when we go through challenges, that we don't have to do it alone, that we can do it together. And sometimes just knowing that we are less alone means the world. So whatever storm you're going through, whatever heaviness you're going through, if just in this moment, as I share, if we could just put those thoughts on pause, just for this moment. And I want to say in this moment that you are loved, that you are held, that you matter, that your life is precious, that you are valuable, that you bring more value to the table than what you realize. And that your presence on this earth counts. And that you are special. And that because of you, this world remains special. That your presence in this world indeed matters. And that we are all so grateful to have you here. Every single one of you. Carlos, Aaron, Thomas, Supreme Heretic, Double Cross, Captain, Davy, Penguin, Thomas, Joe, Noe, Ronak, Barry, Jeff, Maria. That all of you are so valuable, and that came in from North Carolina, that every single one of you matter and that your presence matters. So with that, I just want you to open your heart to what I have to say. And I'm hoping that as you listen to this, as you hear my words, that it inspires you. It brings some hope. It lights a flame in your heart. And so with that being said, we're going to talk about how to be proud of yourself. And as I said at the beginning, the value of that is because sometimes when life is very demanding, we look at everything that hasn't been accomplished. We look at everything else that we need to do. We look at everything that we are not. And we don't realize how far we've come. And so in that, it's very important for us to learn how to be proud of ourselves, to support us in these moments where life is demanding out of us. That in those moments, we don't have to run outside of ourselves and ask for other people to fill up our cups, for other people to validate us, but that we cultivate this habit of learning how to be proud of ourselves. That it is the best gift that we can give ourselves. Because in doing so, when you acknowledge, when you voice out, I'm proud of you for doing this, what you are doing is you are placing value on yourself. This is what we talk about when we say self-love, self-care. You know, it's very easy for us to look at nature and say nature is beautiful. It's very easy for us to say that person is great. Kobe Bryant is great. This person is great. That person is great. But we all too often forget to get in front of a mirror. I have a mirror right there. That we all too often forget to get in front of the mirror and say, this is what I am proud of about you. Not everybody else, not nature, not athletes, not celebrities, not the person that you admire, but what are you proud of about yourself? And we do that by acknowledging the steps we have made. I think we try to wait for us to accomplish the very big things in life to say, okay, all right, now I can be proud of myself. But it helps so much more when you're proud of yourself along the way, so that when you do get to those big accomplishments, that you feel immensely proud of yourself, but you've been praising yourself all along. So I want you to think of something in your life that people love you for. When they say, oh, he is just this person. She is just that person. What is that thing that people say about you? Think about it right now. What do people say about you when they say, oh, this person, like you're always this, and it's something great? What is that one thing about you that you can say, you know what, people always say this about me, and I've never realized that? I know for myself, I have an amazing gift of encouraging people. And so when I'm on the street, wherever I am, no matter where in the world I live, my friends or whoever's close to me at the time will say, you always give out flowers to people with your words. You make people feel so much better about their lives just with your words. You have such a gift of making people feel better. So what's that thing about you? And so when things come to us, when we're just a certain way and everyone else admires it about us, it's those moments that we want to start by appreciating and saying, I'm really proud of this about yourself. What is that thing for you? One thing I really am proud about myself is that I have really big dreams and I'm really tenacious to go after those dreams. And that makes me so proud. And so how to be proud of myself, I'm just using me because I'll get to Thomas because he's just chimed in. What that looks like is every step that I take and being tenacious, that I have to say, Arica, I'm really proud of how you handled that situation. Just today, I had a situation come up with my just a personal situation where it was with Airbnb without going into it. But I'm really like standing up for myself in this and just saying, Arica, I'm really proud of you. Like, you don't let anybody push you around. And I love that you're strong enough to speak up for yourself. That makes me really proud of you. Makes me really proud of you that you have a capacity to dream and to see a bigger life. That makes me really proud of you, Arica. Makes me really proud of you that you have the courage to take a step every day in the direction towards your dreams, that you never give up. Arica, that makes me really proud of you. And Davey says, Airbnb in Prague was no bueno. That was no bueno. The one in France is not working out either. I'm not a big fan of Airbnb right now. So it's acknowledging the things that you do on a daily basis and really taking time to voice that out, to verbalize that, to say that out loud. I'm really proud of you for doing this. It's paying attention to what you already do, the things about you that you take for granted, but other people notice, and stopping yourself and saying, I am going to acknowledge this about myself. And sometimes I find, you guys have heard me talk about this before, about getting in front of a mirror. There's something about it when you get in front of a mirror and you say something, it becomes more real when you can see yourself saying it. You can hear yourself saying it. When you touch yourself, you can feel yourself saying it. It really brings it to life. So when this video is over, I want you to go up and say, hey, I'm really proud of this that you do. So I want to hear some of the things that you guys do. Thomas says, you make people laugh. You make people smile. Thomas, in that, what I would say for you, when you go to a mirror, I would say, you know what, Thomas, I'm really proud of you for making this world better, because you never know that person that you made laugh or that person that you made smile on the streets, you don't know if that person was contemplating suicide. You don't know if they felt terrible about themselves and you just changed how they saw themselves just because you smiled at them and it reminded them that life was good, that they were good. So I would say to you, Thomas, if I were you and I was getting in front of a mirror and practicing being proud of yourself, that you would say, I'm so proud of you, that you have so much love to give, that you make this world better by making people laugh, by making people smile. Davey, dependable. Oh my gosh, that's a big thing. I think because I've lived a bit of a digital nomad life, and I've lived in very transient places like Los Angeles. That dependable is a very rare thing to find. And so when people know that they can depend on you, what that does is it creates safety for them. It lets them know that there's someone that they can count on, and essentially that they're supported and they're less alone in this world. So, Davy, the way that you would say that in a mirror is you would say, I love your strength and your integrity that make you so dependable. I really honor your character in that, because not everyone has that character. So I really admire the character that you have to be so dependable. And here's the thing, this is the thing about being proud of ourselves is I think that the things that we are good at, our gifts, our effortless gifts, that we take them for granted. And you know what they say about like gratitude, when we're grateful for something, the more we focus on something, the more grateful we are for something, that the more it grows. And so it's taking the time to acknowledge yourself and to say, I am so grateful that you do this thing and you do this so well. Thank you for being you. I don't know if you've ever said that to yourself, but that's something that I practice saying to myself, is just sometimes holding myself and just saying, Arica, thank you for being you. I love getting to be you. I'm so proud of the woman that you are. Because I think what happens is we get circumvented in that. We get distracted because we think of all the things that we're not. We think of all the things that we haven't accomplished. We compare ourselves to everyone else. I'm guilty of it. I have an influencer that I just have such a huge girl crush on. I just admire her so much. And I look at her life and I just think, I'm not there. I'm not where she is. And I think that while people can inspire us, I think if we stay there, it gets dangerous. And I can say, Arica, you know what? You may not be where she is, but I'm proud of you for where you are. Despite all the odds that have been stacked against you, I'm really proud of what you've made of yourself. I'm really proud of you, Arica. And so it's not taking those things for granted, not taking them lightly, but actually speaking up and saying out loud the things that you are proud of. AOHT06 says that I'm a nice guy, but that almost isn't really a compliment depending on context. You know, you can still be a nice person. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Like some nice guys, like people take advantage of them. What I would say to you, what you can say that makes you proud of yourself is, I'm so proud that you have not allowed this world to harden your heart, but that you've kept an open, soft heart. Maybe it needs some boundaries, but I'm proud of you that you have not allowed life to harden you, that you've not become a cynic about life, but that there's still a softness in you. And that takes more courage and strength to remain soft when there are many reasons why you should harden your heart. And so you can say it to yourself that way. Brandon says, I play guitar and sing. Brandon, the way you can say that you're proud of yourself, this is how you practice being proud of yourself, is by saying, I love the way I bring music into this world, because music has the power to inspire, has the power to heal, has the power to help someone grieve. It has the power to help someone dream, to fall in love. And I have that gift. Because I tell you what, Brandon, I sure as hell don't know how to play guitar. I play it in the air, but I don't know how to do that. And I wish I could. But the fact that you can do that, you can say, I'm so proud of myself that I have this gift, that I bring a beautiful frequency and energy into this world that brushes off the hardships of life, and I bring in the beauty every time I sing and every time I play my guitar. And I'm so proud of myself that I take the time to do that and that I'm able to bring that to this world. Carlos, he says, people keep telling me I work absurdly well under pressure and inspire them to keep on no matter what. I pick them up and make them cross the damn line when they never believed in it themselves. Wow, Carlos, that is powerful. Carlos, what I would love for you to do when this video is over is to go up to, if you could screenshot your comment, and if you would walk up to a bathroom, walk up in a bathroom and tell yourself, you know what I love about you is that you work so well under pressure, that you have such a gift to inspire people to keep going no matter what, that you pick people up and you help them cross the damn line, even when they don't believe in themselves. You're a superhero, man. You change people's lives, and I'm so proud of you. That's how you would practice being proud of yourself. And I'm glad that that makes you proud. Oh, Maria, that's beautiful. Oh, thank you, Orville Nation. Orville just gave me a super chat. Oh, thank you. That really means the world to me, you guys. I really appreciate you guys doing this. It really just touches my heart. Thank you. I'm going back to this. Maria says that I can calm people. It makes me proud to have an impact on someone that way. That is a very powerful gift. And one thing I would encourage you to say, Maria, is saying that to yourself in a mirror. I love how you calm people. Do you know that sometimes you bring a life raft to people just by calming them down? Maria, I'm so proud of you for doing that. I so appreciate that about you. I really appreciate your gift. And the thing is, when we acknowledge our gifts, all they do is grow. They become more strong. They become more powerful. So not only does it make us feel good for us to take the time to be proud of ourselves, it also gives us more fuel to become more strong, to become unstoppable in that gift. Pranakasha Productions, thank you so much. I really appreciate your super chat, and I'm so glad to have you here. I'm curious what your production company is. What do you produce? Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate that gift. Thank you. I'm going back to the comments. Let's see. Penguin says, a sense of strength to honor yourself, is significant to achieve self-worth. Analyzing your attributes should be a daily routine. I agree, because I believe that most of our minds are conditioned to demand more of ourselves, to take away from ourselves, to say what we're not doing enough of. So to say, hey, on a daily basis, I really appreciate this. I really value this about you. Every day saying those words is powerful. Carlos totally agrees with you, Penguin. Aaron says, I am proud of myself having the gift. Ooh, I love this. I really love this. Thank you for sharing this. I'm proud of myself having the gift of making people feel safe with sense of peace. Even with the inner chaos I have, I bring my own peace within a quiet room. People do feel safe around me. Oh, thank you so much, Karowan. I appreciate your gift. This kind of positivity is like an oasis in the desert. Thank you for bringing hope to people. Oh, that touches me. Thank you. Yeah, that is so beautifully said. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate you, Karan. Thank you so much. Going back to your comment, let's see, of what Aaron said about making people feel safe with his sense of peace, even when he has inner chaos. I think that, I think sometimes we forget that we are superheroes. I think because we see it on movies, we see Avengers, we see things like this, and we see people doing incredible things, that we forget how incredible we are. Because when someone like yourself, Aaron, when you have inner chaos going on inside of you, but yet there's this gift on your life and there's this strength that you can make other people feel safe in the world. That in itself is a superpower. It's like when you watch movies like Superman or Batman, you see them going through this inner turmoil. You see their personal struggles that make them human. Because if they were just superhumans, if they were just superheroes all the time, we wouldn't be as interested to watch a movie. But because we see their weaknesses, we see their struggles, and then we see them rise to the occasion and make the world better, to make humankind better, to show love, to show support, refuge, to deliver someone out of a travesty. We go, wow, that person's amazing. But yet we forget that we actually do that in our everyday lives, just like Aaron does when he brings a sense of peace and safety to people's hearts. We just never know what people are going through. We just never know. And we never know when our smile or our peace or our joy or our ability to inspire can save a person's life, can turn their world around. And so, Aaron, I salute you. I salute you in your gift. And I would say for you to get in front of a mirror and to say, I am so proud of the love that you have for people. And that I am deserving of that same love that I so give, that I allow myself to receive it as well. Penguin says, I have a gift of making others see their beauty. Their inner peace is achieved with sincere compliments. I think that is so powerful. I don't know if you ever remember the Dove ads where they took a bunch of women and they had people like kind of draw them based on how they described themselves. And when they saw the picture, it was totally different than what they saw. And there was more beauty than they recognized. And Penguin, I love that you can recognize that beauty because you are being the paintbrush in someone's life. And as you paint a new reality for them, you are helping them create a new masterpiece with their life. So thank you for your gift. And Penguin, I would encourage you to get in front of a mirror and to say, I love the way you bring beauty to this world, all by calling out the beauty in other people. You are a masterful artist of humankind. I would love for you to say that to yourself in a mirror. Supreme says, I wish I was proud of myself. In reality, though, I'm bearing the guilt of failing to keep my word to my late mother. I hate myself even more that I can't even afford to bury her. Supreme, when we feel like a failure, we definitely don't see what we did. But I know that you have your mom having you in her life. Like at the end of the day, the things that we think matter the most, when someone's on their deathbed, they'll always say that stuff doesn't matter anymore. That there are more important things like a person's presence and joy. And I promise you, I can assure you that you brought her joy, just you being alive. Corowan says you're doing well and planning your first live stream. Oh, I'm excited. I wonder what you're going to share about. Penguin says, I am healing and learning to appreciate life with increasing confidence. You have helped me. That means so much to me. Thank you. And I love that you're healing, and I love that you're learning to appreciate life. It is beautiful. And sometimes it's just walking outside and just kind of asking our thoughts to be patient while we just look around brings us that clarity. Oh, Maria, thank you so much. She gave me a gift, and she says, for helping inspire our fandom community and reminding people that their feelings are valid. Wow. Thank you so much. That means the world to me. I so appreciate your gift. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are so, so, so precious. Thank you, Orville. You guys are so amazing. Brandon, you're so welcome. You're most welcome, my darling. I love that you do that, Carlos. I think that is wonderful. Ronak says, I'm proud of myself for letting, oh my God. I'm proud of myself for letting Arica be a part of my life and letting her guide me in the heart matters. Ronak, you're going to make me cry. Ronak is very special to me. Ronak, I was on my way. I was with some friends and I was in the middle of Hollywood and I was going to watch Hamilton with some friends. And Ronak was eating and at a restaurant and he said, "Excuse me, are you Arica Angelo?" And I said, "I am." And he said, "I've been following your work." And we just hugged and he's become a client of mine and he has one of the most beautiful, pure hearts I've ever seen. And when he speaks to my heart, I just feel so loved. So Ronak, you have such a gift of making people feel loved, including myself. So thank you for being you, darling. And yes, you are cheeky. I love that you're cheeky. He says, "I'm proud of myself for being cheeky." Karon says, "I'm proud that I have the courage to aid others with their burdens through my words and deeds so that they are free to build a better world. Excuse me. That is incredible. That is just incredible that you have that. It's amazing that you can use your words to literally just pick up the weights off of people so that they can feel again and feel the lack of that burden being weighed down on their shoulders and to just kind of remove it so that they can run at life with fresh air, with air in their lungs to go after what it is that they want to do, free of all those weights. It's incredible that you have that gift. And just getting in front of the mirror and saying that you are so powerful, Crone, that just through your words, you remove the weights off of people's shoulders so that they can run free in this world. I like to say the movie Game of Thrones, I just forgot her name, Daenerys, where she was like the breaker of chains. Like maybe that's you. Let's see who else. Thank you, Penguin, for being here. Carlos changed his friend's life for the better over lunch and sincere conversations. What a gift. What a gift. What a gift. Oh, thank you, Carlos. That is so sweet. He said, "This is great. Cathartic, actually." Wow. It's so interesting. Thank you for your gift. It means the world to me. Thank you, Thomas. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Derek says, "It's good to have some individual time for self-reflection and taking individual inventory on what you want. And yeah, just take an inventory of who you are and how far you've come." Carlos, it's so sweet that you say that because it was so interesting. My intention for this live was to come on very strong and like a cheerleader and like, yes, you should love yourself. You should be proud of yourself. Look at how far you've come. Look at what you did. And it just didn't go in that direction. Instead, it's very cathartic, as you said. So thank you for seeing that. Thank you, Derek. So when we talk about being proud of ourselves, it's really, it's the big word here is intention and execution. And what I mean by that is, oh, thank you, Orville. I so appreciate your gift. Oh my gosh. He says these streams are a highlight of the week for many. Wow. You guys, you just touched me so much. Thank you for saying that. You guys, here I am trying to encourage you guys, and you guys are just loving on me. I tell you what, it's just like a circle. It's like I give, you guys give. I give, you guys give. It's just a full circle. Guys, it's having that intention of saying, I'm going to be very intentional about acknowledging what I've achieved, even if it's simple. And I'm going to investigate and I'm going to find out the things that I've been taking for granted about myself that I have not been acknowledging. And I'm going to start with the simplicity of that and to start acknowledging that. I'm going to start there. I'm going to get really intentional about acknowledging myself. I'm going to become the best investigator of my life. And I'm going to investigate what it is that I bring to this world, what it is that I do to make my life better, what it is that I do to bring hope to others. I'm going to get really intentional about understanding that. And not only am I going to understand it, I'm going to acknowledge it. And the way I acknowledge it is by going in front of a mirror and actually verbalizing that to myself, having a conversation with myself, not going out to the world and waiting for the world to acknowledge that in me, which is great and it feels wonderful. But we all too often forget to give it to ourselves. One thing that I've done right now. Thank you. That's a great advice, Thomas. Thank you for that feedback. He says, I might write down 3 to 5 things I'm proud of. I think that is some really good advice. I think everyone should do that, including myself. What was I going to say, you guys? Oh my gosh, it just slipped. What was I going to say? It just slipped. I don't know what I was going to say. But it's very easy to, this is what I was going to say. Whenever I am feeling annoyed with people in my life or frustrated or someone doesn't, Orville says, I get those blank moments all the time. No, I got it now, Carlos. He's like, you forgot? I got it. When I have those moments of where I feel let down by people, I feel disappointed by people, what I do as a check-in is to say, guys, I'm sorry. Can you help me understand? I keep everyone saying PJ. What does PJ mean? I don't know what that means. It says laughing out loud saying PJ. What is that? Who's PJ? Whenever I feel disappointed or frustrated that the world isn't acknowledging me or loving me or supporting me, you just get those moments where you don't feel appreciated. It's always a highlight for me to go, ooh, Arica, sounds like you have a deficit there. Sounds like maybe this is a good opportunity to give this to yourself. Sounds like you haven't been giving it to yourself. Orville Nation is PJ. That's your name, Orville, PJ. I love it. I love that you guys are now on a first name basis. That just tickles my heart. I love that. Everyone's like, duh, Arica, it's Orville. Orville is PJ. I didn't know if it was like a new term that I didn't know about. But yeah, when you feel yourself getting frustrated with the world, ask yourself, have I been taking the time to acknowledge myself? Have I been taking the time to appreciate myself? When's the last time I've given it? So like when someone disappoints you, let's say like you do something nice for a person. Perfect example. You do something nice for a person. And then they don't say thank you back. They don't say thank you. They don't acknowledge it. What you can ask yourself is in that moment, when's the last time I've said thank you to myself? Or let's say you're in a relationship and you feel like your partner hasn't been spending enough time with you. And you're like, they're just not spending enough time with me. I want to spend more time with them. That's a great question to go, hey, when's the last time I've spent some quality time with myself? Because when we take the time to be proud of ourselves, we're just filling ourselves up so that we're not running on E. We're just filling ourselves up so that we can feel loved. So that when life's calamities do come, that we're not running on an empty tank, but that it's full. And that it's full by love that we've given to ourselves, by acknowledging ourselves, by saying what we're so proud of. So, without further ado, I want to say to you guys, what I am so proud of about you guys is that here you are. Now, I know you guys are all in different parts of the world. It's what I love about YouTube is that it's worldwide, and I love that. But you guys are all on different time zones. You could be doing tons of different things with your life right now that maybe are not going to make you feel better, that probably make you feel worse. You could be drowning yourself in a bottle of booze. You could be taking drugs. You could be fighting with people. You could be doing all sorts of things that don't actually make your life any better. But I'm so proud of you guys that you've taken your morning, you've taken your time to come to my community to go, I know Arica is going to encourage me. I know that she's going to love on me. I know she's going to give me a new perspective. I know she's going to give me fuel to run my race. I'm going to choose to invest my time there. That's what I'm going to do with my time. And I'm just so proud of you guys to take this time to invest in yourselves by being here and going, I could use some love right now. I could use some love from Arica Angelo. I could use some hope from her. So instead of making my life worse and making bad decisions, I'm going to make a good decision for myself. And I'm going to go to a place where I know I'm going to be encouraged. I'm going to be loved. I'm going to be inspired. I'm going to be championed. So guys, I'm so grateful. So grateful to have you guys here. So grateful to have you here. So proud of you for being here. Carlos says, I used to not appreciate myself. In fact, I didn't for a part of my life. Not anymore. Not neglecting others in a way, but I really am first these days. Mea culpa. And he says, damn intelligent writing, for the love of God. I'm so glad that you do. It really does change your life, because I think, here's the thing. This is why I think this is so important to be proud of yourself. This is what it really boils down to. I think that when you don't appreciate yourself, it makes you very susceptible to put yourself in a place of needing people in a very unhealthy way, where you're almost like a victim and you need people to constantly pour into you. And that makes you very susceptible to be taken advantage of. It makes you very susceptible to feel needy, feel like you have nothing. But when you have the capacity to fill yourself up by saying that you're proud of yourself, by being intentional and investigating the things that you are proud of, when you put a lot of focus on that and you participate, you act on this on a daily basis of being proud of yourself, what you do is you fill yourself up, and you don't have to go through the world with a massive question mark hanging over you going, am I worthy? Am I valuable? Will somebody love me? But instead you show up in the world and you go, I am loved. I am valuable. I make a difference in this world. Do you know who I am? I'm someone special. I matter in this world. I'm proud of myself. When I put my feet on the ground, I show up in this world as me. I get to be me. And who I am is super special. There's not another me on this planet, actually. Like, there's not. You can go look. You're not going to find anybody else like me, because there's only one me. And I get to be this person. And these are the things that I love about me. This is the person who I am. And this is what I love about the person that I am. And when you show up with that kind of heart posture, the world goes, who is this? And how do we get what they're having? How do we get some of that? Orville, thank you so much. It says, great stream, Arica. It's real. And thank you so much for your gift. He says, it's really important we monitor our inner dialogue. How we speak to ourselves is so important. I agree with you. And Carlos says that he completely agrees with this as well. It is so true. You know, I think that we all can get caught up in our inadequacies and our failures and what else we need to do. And that when we do that, when we place all that focus there, when that occupies most of our focus, that in doing that, we never get to feel the value that we carry. We never get to tap into the love that's already inside. Instead, we run to the world and go, more, please. Can you please give me love? Please, somebody, please, anybody, pour into me. Please love me. But when we pour into ourselves, by being proud of ourselves, by acknowledging ourselves, we show up to the world full. And then we're able to give from there. So I told this gentleman I would answer his question. And he was asking me at the beginning, he said, what do you do when you call a girl and she says, what do you want to talk about? What she's essentially saying is, yeah, maybe she's busy. Maybe she's not interested. And she's trying to see if you're calling to waste her time or if there's actually something valuable that you need to say. So make sure if you're taking the time to call her, that you're bringing some value to her life. Like, are you calling to encourage her? Are you calling to take her out? Are you calling to see if she's okay? Like, add some value. That's why she's being that harsh with you. Thomas says, so glad I took the time to view this. The hell with the yard. Thomas, I'm so glad that you're here too. And I think that when you go into that yard work, as you're doing the yard, I actually like doing yard work. Isn't that weird? Because I always just like bond. I bond with nature, like putting my hands in dirt and things like that. It's just like so grounding for me. But when you go into your yard and when you do the work, it's just like in that moment of just thinking like, what are the things that I'm proud of about myself? I know I'm going to go for a walk after this and I'm going to have that conversation with myself of what I'm so proud of about myself as well. Blair says, Arica, you are like Yoda when you give advice. Wow, I've never, ever been told that. Thank you so much. That's actually very kind to say. I love that. I really, really love that. Thank you for that, Blair. That means a lot. Whoops. That means a lot to me. Supreme says, I hope one day I can forgive myself. Yes, and I'm about to do a video on that, but you know what? Before you even get to forgiving yourself, Supreme, one thing that I would really encourage you to do is just say, you know what? I'm here and I'm right now. Like sometimes that's the only thing you can give yourself is just, I'm here and I'm here right now. And that's the best I can do. And it's okay. And it's okay. Carlos says, and on that friend of mine, that lunch had precisely that effect. She no doubt put herself ahead of everything else, as she always should have, and she deserves it. That is powerful. Thomas says, I do like yard work. Wish I could do my Yoda voice for y'all. I wish you could too, because what is it? You're like, I don't know how to do Yoda. I can do lots of other like things, but not Yoda. I would love to hear that. Guys, I am so grateful that you spent this time with me. I'm grateful for the words that you guys said. I'm grateful for the courage that you guys had to speak up for yourselves and say like, hey, this is what I'm proud of about myself. This is what I love about myself. And if you walk away with anything from this chat, it's to be intentional about investigating where you're proud of yourself. And you keep looking for something until you feel it. Because sometimes when we just say things, it's like, oh, that one's not resonating with me. But when you can find that thing that you're really proud of and you feel it, you're like, oh, yeah, I feel that inside. My body responds to that. I feel that. Yeah, I do feel proud about that. That's the one that you want to focus on over and over. When it causes that reaction, when you feel it in your body, that's the one you want to focus on. Oh, Supreme, you're so welcome. He says, I thank you for the stream, Arica. You're so welcome, my darling. Thank you so much for just showing up and allowing all of these beautiful people to love on you. I really am proud of you guys for the way that you've supported Supreme on this chat and the last one. I really, really value that. And Supreme, allowing yourself to be vulnerable enough to allow these people to love on you and support you and to speak life back into you. Troy, thank you so much. Thank you, Dave. He says, thank you for your encouragement, wisdom, and genuine interest in your viewers. Thank you. That really means a lot to me. Thank you for that. Guys, I love you so much. My intention this week is to do a live every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So thank you. Thank you for being here. I hope you guys can come tomorrow. Those of you who have not gotten my free connection meditation, please make sure you go and get it right now. It will deeply support you. Know that you're loved and know that you're worthy of taking the time to investigate what it is that you are to be proud of about yourself. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I love you with all of my heart. Bye, guys.